my Spinning chums, how is everyone? Good, I hope you are. Couple of bits and pieces. I do apologise about not uploading any videos, but things have been so up in the air. It's been bloody crazy, and it's got nothing to do with YouTube, so I haven't videoed any of it. I'm still on with the busa. A little story on that. The owner, Mr. Jessup, he brought it here to get it completely done up for him to keep. Since it's been here and it went to the mechanics to get fixed, he's decided he didn't want to do it up, just leave it as it is. Okay, I says. The mechanic fixed it, I test rode it, it bogged down again. Took it back to the mechanics, fixed it again, I test rode it, it bogged down again. So Mr. Jessup got sick of this, so he said, oh fuck it, I'm just going to sell it. So fine, I says, so you don't want it back at my workshop? He said, nah, just get it fixed, I'll sell it. So the mechanic said, right, I'll fix it again. So he fixed it again, I test rode it again, it's still bogged down. Big problem with the fuel, big problem. So the mechanic estimates about £200 worth of fixing needs to be done. I tells Mr. Jessup, and he goes, not a chance, I don't want another penny spent on it, I'll sell it as it is. Of course, a heap of shit bike with the engine running shit, you're not going to get much money for it. Anywho, cut a long story short, my mechanics bought the busa. Paid for it, bought it, yada yada yada. He's brought it round here so that I can do it up. At least I know I've got the time to do it now. Because Nick, my mechanic, knows exactly what I do, how long it takes and the detail that I put into it. So he's more than happy just to leave it here over winter and let me get on with it. He's basically said, there you go, do what you do. And he knows the price of everything and he's not a silly git. So, brought it here today, and I happened to mention about the fuel system. He said, well, you can have a look if you want. So we stripped the bike, stripped it here, and the garage stinks of petrol. It's a lot worse than what we originally advised. We don't know what has happened in a previous life of this bike, this Hayabusa, but something's in the fuel tank. Don't know what it is. I can't think of what it is. He can't think of what it is. It's not rust. It could be sugar. There's some contaminant in the fuel tank. He's already flushed the fuel tank out once and it still hasn't cleared it. I've done a video of what's in the petrol, so I'll put the video in now. Here we go, one for YouTube. Put it over there, so decent light. That's the remnants of the tank. That's what sits in the bottom of the tank. So, that's the video. As you can see in the bowl, there's loads of shit at the bottom. That bowl was immaculate before I put the petrol in. It was absolutely spotless. So you can see the state of the fuel, and that's all in the petrol tank. And consequently, it's gone from the petrol tank into the fuel pump. From the fuel pump, clogged all the filters, the lot. It's fucked a lot of it. So we've had a look at the petrol tank, and we don't really know what to do with it. I don't know what to. We've never come across this before. Rust in a petrol tank, yeah, flush it out, done. But this stuff is different. It feels like sand, but it melts in the hand. But it stays solid in fuel. Don't know. It's clogged everything. It really has. So I'm just going to run you around the bike. So the symptoms in the previous two videos that you've seen with the bike sitting side stand, here it is, I'll show you. In one of the videos you saw me get the busa, put it on a side stand, it ticking over for 30 seconds, then stopping. This is the problem. This is inside the fuel tank. That's where the fuel comes out of, and this is the fuel filter. Now, it was about there. All this crap was right up. It was right up there, and it was blocking that much. So of course, if you imagine the bike, so like the bike is facing you. So this sits there, the bike sits that way. Any fuel lower than that won't pass through this filter. And that's exactly what was happening. Side stand, low fuel to about there, bang, cuts out, no fuel. So we've cleaned that up, and it's absolutely immaculate and like brand new again. So this is what is the side stand problem. If you get a busa on the side stand and it stops, it's this little baby completely gunked up around here. Next problem we had was the fuel sender. This is the fuel sender in the tank, and this was absolutely mullered in all this sand. I don't know what to call it. Degradation shit. See if I can get a close up of this. This is the variable, I can't think of the word, but it's the variable resistor, and it wasn't reading off of this because all this was covered in crap. That's all been cleaned up, but that's what tells you exactly how much petrol you've got left. So next I'll give you a quick walk round. Right, we've got the fuel tank open, and we're trying to evaporate all the fuel in it because we're going to strip it and blast it out with lacquer thinner or something of that nature. If you have a look on the arse end of it, that's where all the fuel comes out. And I don't know whether I'll be able to do it because I think we've had our fingers in there too much. It's just everywhere in there, but that's what's in the whole tank. So I don't know, but the fuel in that tank or the inside of the tank is absolutely mullered, so that needs cleaning. And you can imagine this is, oh, for fuck's sake, and this is the remnants of the fuel filter and fuel pump. Here's the fuel pump, you got the pump out and return, or vice versa, sorry. And this is the remnants of it. We've been cleaning it all out. This is the top fuel filter. What I'll do is I'll put a link in at the bottom to all of this, how you disassemble it and everything. It's a very good link. I didn't do it, but I found it very, very helpful. This was absolutely black, and I mean black. Wasn't doing anything. So we've completely cleaned that out, and as you can see, it looks like new again. This is the gauze filter at the bottom, and it's absolutely mullered. Mind you, we've mullered it to get it out, but that was absolutely caked. That was absolutely, you couldn't get anything through that, bless it. So that was shagged. But the big thing that we did find, and where is it? No, that's not it there. There it is. Right, in the centre, in there, is a micro mesh screen. Right in there. That bit there. There's a tiny, tiny micro mesh screen. That was completely blocked. Couldn't see a thing through it. It wasn't letting anything through it. And that goes into there, like that. Basically it goes, no, it goes that way. In there. So there was no fuel getting into this bit. And this is the regulator. the fuel pump regulator, I've been told by my mechanic. So there was no liquid whatsoever passing through this mesh gauze. That was completely blocked. And various bits and pieces that we need to buy for it, or he needs to buy for it, and we'll get it all done. But that's the reason why the busa was running so sickly poorly, was because of the fuel. That fuel in that there petrol tank is absolutely shagged. The petrol tank inside is shagged. So we'll clean that out and I'll keep you updated. But this is the state of things at the moment. That's where the fuel pump lives. And obviously you've got your tank and everything here. But let's see if I can focus on bits and pieces of it. If you could, can you see all the white dots everywhere? Well, that's what the petrol came out of the tank as we was taking it off, and fuel spilt everywhere. And all them white dots, that is what is left after the petrol has evaporated. So the whole bottom, I mean, it's everywhere. Look, get it. Look, see? It's absolutely fucking everywhere. But all the petrol's evaporated and it leaves this. And we don't know what it is. So that's the state of play at the moment. Let's get the bloody thing running and then I can get it on my table. Yeah! Oh, one more thing. Look what I got. Blackbird's back. So I'm going to do a little thing for Danny after this. I'm with you, Danny. I'm getting there, mate. So that's the state of play. The fuel tank is shagged. It was pulling all this crap through the fuel pump, fuel filters, micro mesh filters, into the pressure rail, onto the injectors, a lot. Absolutely shagged everything. But there was three different things. It was bogging down from 1 to 3,000 revs, like boom, and it'd go. That is the pressure regulator, that tiny little gauze thing, because that's fucked, or it was fucked and clogged. That's what that is, we hope. The side stand was a big long filter that actually sits in the tank, and that one there where you brake and the engine cuts out, that was the top filter, we think. So that's it up to now. I'll keep you posted. I will try and do a video of what we're doing with it, but to be honest, when you're doing it you need to concentrate on what you're doing, not fuck around with a camera. So I'll keep you posted anyway. Alright?